So a lot of people don't really talk about something interesting that happened in the early 2000s. So in the early 2000s, we all had this happen. Pokemon, right? So Pokemon was something that caught the world by storm. And I say caught because Western companies didn't expect it to blow up the way it did. And they played a lot of catching up in these situations. So the Pokemon anime came out, and well, the video games and then the anime. So the video games were very popular, like very popular, but they weren't popular at first, like right off the bat. And then the anime dropped, and all of a sudden everything blew up to the point to where they couldn't get their hands on enough Pokemon. And it was interesting because when the anime first dropped, there wasn't really too much merchandise. And then we started getting inundated with it. The toys, the backpacks, the sleeping bags, all of it. And then the card game came around. And this was so popular that kids were fighting each other at school for Charizards. And there was an instance of a kid getting stabbed in Chicago over a Charizard. And it was really big. Now you have to keep in mind that at the time frame, the only real card game they had was Magic the Gathering, Hasbro's game, and no one really like it was popular, but it was associated with like Dungeons and Dragons. It was just nerd stuff. No one in their right mind below the age of 20 was playing Magic the Gathering. It was not something brought up in school. It's not something that many people talked about. It was just considered like a cult thing, just a classic, you know. No one really dealt with it. But when Pokemon blew up, like all of a sudden people realized that there was a possibility to get a lot of money out of kids using trading cards. Now, a couple of things that you heard about that came out of this situation is like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So Yu-Gi-Oh came out of it, and Yu-Gi-Oh was a smash hit. It was from Shonen Jump, which is Viz Media, which is Bandai. They made a fortune off of it. But there's a lot of other cash grabs that happened over time. Like, for example, they made the Digimon card game. Now, the Digimon card game was already prevalent in Japan, so it was already a thing. It was already doing its own thing. And they just brought it over, and it was milking some of that Pokemon money. And it's really interesting because you also had stuff where they had to scramble for, like the Dragon Ball Z card game. So the Digimon card game, Digimon's owned by Bandai. Dragon Ball Z also has an investment in Bandai, but in Dragon Ball Z's case, they actually outsourced it to Score right here, which is the trading card company. It does like football cards and all of that kind of stuff. So Score jumped in on it, and they licensed the Dragon Ball Z cards because of the popularity. And of course, we also had like a bunch of other odds and ends, like Gundam. Bandai also tried to cash in by using Gundam as well. And what's really interesting is that you have all these different products. And this happened for years. Like, we had multiple different card games by multiple things. And it was everything from like Card Captors to Ultimate Muscle to Monster Rancher. Like, everyone was trying to recapture that trading card phenomena, which became Pokemon. And it went on for a while, even to the point to where like stuff like Mega Man had trading cards. So the trading card phenomena kind of died in the West. It's still happening in Japan because they make trading cards for everything. But the West isn't as willing to bring them over because out of all the trading cards that survived, most of them died out. So it's like you had like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon kind of survived, but besides them, not really much. Digimon did very well. They crashed and burned, and then they ended up making a whole new one. I'm away. They ended up making a whole new series to try to revitalize it. So it's really interesting to see that Pokemon still somehow survived this entire time frame, and so did Yu-Gi-Oh. But a lot of these people did not. So a lot of them, they just ended up making more and more for it, and now we're back at square one. Now we have Gundam cards again. We got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We got Pokemon. We got Final Fantasy now. Like, they're all over the place, and it's really interesting to see how one global phenomenon kicked off this thing that no one else really talks about. And look at the back of these cards. Look how gorgeous they look. I mean, obviously, everyone's seen the Yu-Gi-Oh one. So it's really cool that we had this rise and fall of these trading card communities all happen within like a 5-year time frame. It's like the Y2K thing. It was like a massive bubble and it just burst. And the only people that survived were Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, and of course Magic the Gathering. Always Magic the Gathering somehow. All right, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I'll see y'all again next time.